And I hope the city gets nuked. I hope they drop a big bomb on it. All right, now to the tier list. All right, so we have multiple tiers here. We have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier. You know how tier lists work. I don't need to explain it to you. There is a considerable delay, I think, on YouTube. So, you know, it might take a second to get through all of it. But, you know, we'll make it work. So we're gonna start from, like, the earliest. By the way, I haven't included, like, Vex or... It's only, like, confirmed male bosses. So, like, Vex, I couldn't find anything saying, like, Atheon was a guy, a gal, anything in between. So, you know, I'm just gonna go out on a whim and say that Atheon is just robot. And Morgoth, couldn't find anything about Morgoth either. Golgoroth, couldn't find anything about Golgoroth either. So, it's just basically what Destinypedia listed as male. So, we will start from Crota all the way up to Nezarec. I think we gotta begin. And I'll hear your grievances in chat, and I'll consider them. I mean, this is effectively which raid bosses are the hottest, basically. What is the list for? Well, it is, which male raid boss turns me on the most. Let's start. Crota, son of Oryx. He's green. He's quite green. He looks like he ate the uranium. I think C tier. C tier or... maybe D tier, honestly. It's like a very low C tier, if I'm keeping it real with you. Yeah, I think that's right for Crota. Crota's nothing compared to War Priest. War Priest is wearing a crop top. War Priest might be the sluttiest raid boss in all of Destiny. I think it's only fair to put War Priest at a high A tier. Or not a high A tier, but like mid to low A tier. I think that's a very fair place to put War Priest. Next up we have Oryx. Now Oryx, I don't know. Definitely hotter than Crota. Crota did not get the Oryx genes. What am I doing, man? Is Oryx necessarily hotter than War Priest? That I do not know. I gotta say, the whole chest cavity thing, it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't make me... It's not my favorite thing. It's like a FNAF animatronic. The chest cavity. He's actually Glamrock Freddy. I think a high B tier, personally. I think that is a fair ranking. To be fair, I feel like with the fact that he has wings, I feel like he could do some freaky shit. I'm not gonna NGL with you. So that's my ranking for the Taken King himself. Next up we have Vosek from Wrath of the Machine. Now Vosek, I don't know, Vosek reminds me too much of like a bald old man who's like hooked up to life support. He makes you submissive. Ban that guy for an hour. Minus 55 minutes. So 5 minutes. We're too bald, worse than yeah, F tier. I agree. F tier. Next up we have Axis. Oh, I forgot to put the Zamboni. I forgot what it's called. The Siege Engine. I forgot to put that here. Axis is a spider. He has multiple legs. I don't know. You know, I'm not huge into spiders if I'm keeping it real with you. But I think he's higher than Crota. I think he is higher than Crota. So next up we have Emperor Callus. Now Callus, this is the robot of Callus, but it still is basically Callus. We're just gonna... Should we judge this by the Callus robot? Or should we judge this by actual Callus? I think we judge this by maybe Callus. Now, my problem with Callus, I think Callus is just creepy. I think that Callus is a creep. And, you know, I don't know. You know, I'm not a huge Callus fan. You know, hands are up here. My hands are up. I'm not a Callus fan. So I think that, you know, maybe I'm gonna put Callus, I think, at a low B tier. Because I think that Callus is above Crota and Axis. But, you know, if maybe a high C tier, actually. I feel like a high C tier, as a matter of fact, is the best place for Callus. Next up is Valka-Or. I'm like neutral on Valka-Or. D tier. Nothing really notable. Nothing really notable about Valka-Or. Yeah. Did you chuck balls at him? Yeah. I mean, people throw balls at LeBron James, and he's not on this list. Because this is a Destiny 2 raid boss list. Next up we have, Galron. Now, I'm like 99% sure Galron is, like, in lore, a literal child. So, you know, I think Galron is gonna go down to the bottom of F tier. Like, I'm like 99% sure that is lore. So I think that we won't have too many arguments about that. Galaron being in a F tier. Next up we have Tanix. Now Tanix, the Abomination. I think that Tanix before, like Tanix the Reborn or whatever, before he got on his cool like hoverboard thing, his like helicopter, was like a pretty high. Yeah, I think Tanix deserves maybe a high B tier and A tier. I feel like I feel like Tanix is on this, or about the same as Oryx for me. I feel like that's a pretty fair ranking. Next up we have, that's Caretaker, and Caretaker is a literal corpse. He is a zombie. So, put him above Galaron though. Although, yeah, maybe above the bald guy too. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just can't get over the Vossic's bald head. Stupid bald chrome dome. Next up we have another S tier. We have possibly the hottest boss in all of gaming. We have Rolk, Disciple of the Witness. Absolute S tier. Top of S tier. I couldn't get any higher. I don't really need to explain why. Rolk is hot. I just regret this stream so much. I really do. I regret saying that like goal. Next up, I put Explicator twice. Explicator is above Callus. And I'm not going to take any more suggestions. Explicator is hotter than Callus. Callus is trying too hard. Explicator has got that, he's got that natural writ. I'm not saying that. Like, Callus just tries too hard. He tries too hard, and he's a creep. Next up, and last, but certainly not least, we have Nezarec, Final God of Pain. And Disciple of the Witness. Come on. I know a lot of people have put Nezarec in C tier, D tier, but Nezarec is going in S tier, baby. Come on. Let's go. Nezarec in S tier. We got the 3 goats in S tier. We got the 3 raid boss goats. For how hot they are. We got the 3 raid boss goats of being hot in S tier. We got Rolk, we have Nezarec, and we have Little Nas X. You got some fucked up preferences? You're telling me that my preferences are fucked up when I have Rolk in S tier? There's one thing I absolutely cannot say, and there's one thing I might be able to say. But I'll save it for the video, so you have to watch the video. I have an idea. I will say it. I'll say it. You're gonna have to watch the video. I would let Rolk and Nezarec every single day. There we go. I muted my mic when I said it. You're gonna have to watch the video to see what I said.
I did not have...
Can you play my favorite game? Okay, I can play it. Made in Unity. This instills the absolute minimum amount of confidence in me. Find 8 pages. Play the Christmas special. I didn't even notice the Christmas special. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I read it, but it just kind of went right through my mind. Yeah, it's Christmas time! What is this game? I killed him! No, gingerbread! A present! Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah! I got... Oh, I can't play horror games. This isn't even a horror game, it's a fucking stinker game. It's so bad. Why did that scare me?